Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have Star Wars. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. A nice big blister showcasing the figures and the ship. And you can also see the hyperspace ring down in there. And some nice artwork on the back of the packaging there. Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, number 0061 Jazzwares, 8 and up. And it's got this nice chrome type deco on the packaging that usually screws up on the chroma key. Series 3 Star Wars on the other side. Star Wars on the bottom side. Symbols I'm not going to learn. Don't give it to babies. Warning, attention, and product and colors may vary. Jazzwares, if you have problems, a barcode, a number, and Disney. On the back, Star Wars. It's removable. So is R2-D2. And you push that little button right there. And then here's a nice holographic type artwork of the vehicle all put together. It shows Anakin Skywalker can also get in the cockpit. And then here we have the clip and save collectible blueprint type deal. Some Arabesh right here. Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter is Starfighter class. And then here is the cross sale for Season 3. It looks like Poe Dameron's X-Wing, a V-Wing, yeah. General Grievous's Starfighter, and another of Poe Dameron's X-Wings. From different movies, I'm guessing. Force Awakens, and this one is from that movie nobody likes. Collect them all! Oh, and those are the chase vehicles. Those two. Awesome. Disney print, StarWars.com, Micro Galaxy Squadron. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figures, accessory, and vehicle. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help us out with these little itty bitty figures. And here's R2-D2. And we've seen this astromech mold in everything Micro Galaxy Squadron that comes with an astromech, would be it R2-D2 or anybody else. So, got some nice blue paint apps, nice silver paint apps. Got a nice blue blob on the dome. I wish they'd switch over to doing that with a tampo. They have done it like that in the past, but other than that, no complaints. I mean, it's obviously R2-D2. You can tell he does have a port there in the bottom for going into ships. No articulation, and that's fine. Doesn't really need any at this scale. Then here is Anakin Skywalker, and you can definitely tell this is the Clone Wars version of Anakin because of the armor up here on his shoulders and chest. Nice paint apps, got his little lightsaber painted, a little bit of paint slop there. But not to be unexpected at this scale on mass-produced items. So, as far as his articulation goes, the arms are connected together just like all Micro Galaxy Squadron figures, or at least humanoid figures. Arms swing around 360 degrees, and that's it. No backwards on the legs, and the legs are connected together internally as well. And he can reach a seated position about 90 degrees, approximately 90 degrees. Now let's take a look at the accessory, which is the hyperspace ring. And it does have nice paint apps, I mean just all over it, all in Anakin colors. Other than that, this is exactly the same as Obi-Wan's Delta 7B hyperspace ring, or the hyperspace ring. It probably works for Delta 7s as well. The model of the ship is the B. So nice paint apps here, and then not here on the front. And then you can see it's got some clips here, and it's got a little post here, and we'll get to how this connects to the ship in a moment. Now let's take a look at the ship again. Just like Obi-Wan's ship, just in Anakin colors, and I have to say it makes it look nice and bright, just those splashes of yellow. And if it's not yellow, I'm colorblind, so don't make fun of handicapped people. But nice molded details throughout, and possibly a little bit of a wash in there, not a whole lot wash wise. Got the nice Republic logo there tampoed on. Here we have the button to help eject R2 out of the droid socket, and it does have 1, 2, 3 landing gears hinged on the inside. Close them up as such. Nice logos there on the back of the cockpit. And then there's the droid socket, and you notice it has a post in it to help hold R2-D2 into place. And the cockpit is hinged up here at the front, and it opens back here somewhere. There he goes. So on the inside of the cockpit, it does have some nice molded details. The figure, there's no way that it actually holds the figure in place very well, so they do rattle around a little bit when you stick them in here. So let's go ahead, while we've got this open, we'll go ahead and get Anakin in there. And for anybody that's wondering why this is the Delta 7B and it's specifically Clone Wars Anakin for this one, is because on the Delta 7 the astromech was over here and it was built into the ship, and on the B variant they moved the droid socket here, and they made it a socket so that the astromech could be removed. And just get R2-D2 lined up and push him in there, and as far as how the button works, you just push it and it just pops him up and loosens him where you can get hold of the figure. Now you'll notice on the bottom here there's a little divot, and that matches up with that little round post piece that's on the hyperspace ring right there. And the way you get it together is you just kind of line it up and carefully try to slide it into place. Doesn't always work. It may take several tries for you to get it, but once you get it on there, dadgummit, and you have to get it just right, folks. And I don't have it just right. And I still don't have it just right. Let's try this one more time. And did I get it then? Maybe. No, I didn't. Let me try this off camera. Okay, there we have it. I finally got it on there. Everything all lined up. As you can see, all these clamp looking pieces on the top, and then this piece in place, and then these two little tabs here on the underside. And once you get it on there, it stays pretty good. So there's how it looks with the hyperspace ring on it. And I have to say that looks pretty good. And unless you're going to hang it though, it's going to be hard to display it with the hyperspace ring. But I am glad that they did include this on this piece. So, and as far as getting the hyperspace ring removed, I probably won't be able to do that on camera either. So you just kind of lift up right here and it just kind of gets everything loose. And again, there's no real way to store that with the ship. And how to get the landing gears back out, you just kind of have to, oh no, this one is this way. You see, you can get your fingernail right up under that little tab right there, and it swings out this way. And then these are a little easier to get a hold to, and I swear that don't look like it's out all the way, does it? And there we go, my friends. There's a look at the set. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Yoda's Jedi Interceptor, and the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Interceptor. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Hera Syndulla's A-Wing Starfighter, Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Imperial TIE Interceptor, and the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, B-Wing Starfighter. For final thoughts on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, Anakin Skywalker's Jedi Starfighter, I have to say, you know, it's the same mold as what they did for Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter, which is fine because they're the same model of the Delta 7B that they used during Clone Wars. And I have to say, the only thing I find lacking on this one versus Obi-Wan's is Obi-Wan's had a nice little wash on it to give it that real world Star Wars used feeling. And this one just doesn't really have that. Now, that's not to say it doesn't have nice, crisp, and clean paint apps, because it does. And tampos are nice. And of course, the R2-D2 could use a tampo on the top, segmenting out his dome rather than, you know, just the blue blob like they normally do. And they have done that in the past, and I wish they would, you know, make that going forward an ongoing thing where they use that tampo a lot, especially not just for R2-D2 but for the other Astros as well. But again, when it comes to Delta 7, I definitely prefer this version better, with, you know, actual droid can go into it, rather as with the regular Delta 7, the droid is kind of, the Astro droid is built into the ship. But other than that, you know, the figures look nice, the ship looks great. I'm glad that they do include the hyperspace ring, even though you can't unless you're, you know, hanging your micro galaxy squadron stuff to make it look like it's flying. You can't really display it with that piece. So there is that. Other than that, though, no complaints. Other than no wash on it to kind of give it that real world used Star Wars feeling. But again, overall, it's a great piece, and I do like it. And now I just have to track down Ahsoka's Starfighter and Interceptor 2-pack so that I can kind of complete the set of the Delta 7Bs, except, you know, at least in my what I consider the set. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you. But only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.